All right, guys, so the 5 most oversaturated niches in high-ticket dropshipping. I want to make this video because there are so many different niches that you can sell, different products online and different niche markets and whatnot. But there are some that gurus and whatnot have pitched and shown example sites of their own success. And so they've gotten a ton of people into dropshipping, specifically with high-ticket, with these niches, and it's resulted in a lot of these people that are doing the exact same business model as other people, especially these gurus, where they use the same theme and they get the same suppliers and they're selling in the same market, and just becomes this huge oversaturated mess. And it winds up resulting in a lot of entrepreneurs that realize that it turns into high CPCs, low ROAS, and makes it very difficult to get going and become successful. So just keep in mind, oversaturation is tough to deal with. It's not the worst thing. It doesn't mean you can't do something. It just means you have to be a lot better at it than your competitors. It's going to be a tougher game to play. Okay, so with that said, let's get into it. So number one is, and this is my own fault, I'll admit completely, this is electric bikes. Electric bikes is a niche that I had been selling since 2013, actually, and I decided to do a podcast with a guy named Johnny, and we talked about my success selling bicycles in general and e-bikes back before well before the pandemic, and during the pandemic I just decided to do another store and did even crazier amount of sales, and I sold the site, and since then I don't sell them online anymore. So e-bikes, because of all my efforts with helping people and whatnot, I had to use something that I had experience with myself. I had to use that as the example. So a lot of people decided to start stores, and now you have just tons and tons of people that are selling e-bikes and scooters, mobility scooters too, electric wheelchairs, all sorts of stuff, electric skateboards. So just keep in mind, if you get into a niche like that, it's very high risk. The products are complex and it's easy to get shipping damage. The customers are very fickle. They want exactly the size and color that they ordered. If something's off or they don't know how to use it, they can file chargebacks immediately. It's a very tough market to sell in. So you can make a lot of money. The margins are pretty decent, but at the end of the day, it's very risky. So you have to cover your butt. And also, there's just tons of competitors. So high CPCs, but it's not impossible to compete. So you just have to really know the product line. And that's why I was selling them, because I know bicycles inside and out, because I've been riding them since I was like 4 years old. And bicycles are really interesting, machines, and they're really fun to ride. And so I know how they work, and I was able to easily take phone calls and do emails really quick back and forth with customers without having to even talk to the suppliers about it, because I would know exactly what's going on, what that person's looking for sales, and how to find the right solution between like 5 or 10 different brands for them maybe. Or, for a customer service or warranty issue, I was able to figure out exactly what the issue was before even having to talk to the supplier, because I already knew on the top of my head what was wrong with it. So that's why I always recommend people choose a niche, even if it's really saturated and competitive. Choose a niche that you know about, because you're going to excel a lot better at selling that niche than somebody else who doesn't know about it. But don't choose a niche that's oversaturated and you don't know about it. That is just a recipe for disaster. All right, next one that I noticed that some gurus talked about and blew up like crazy is saunas. Saunas, of course, are very popular with people that like to take care of their bodies in the wellness area, as well as ice baths and gym equipment and all that stuff kind of goes together. But saunas in general, if there's been a couple of gurus that went and did really well in the market and sold their businesses and went into coaching consulting instead. Because of that, they're just insanely competitive. The brands are out there, they do drop shipping. It's definitely an easy to get into niche. It's decent margins, like 20-30%. But at the end of the day, you really got to know how saunas work. And you got to know the people that want saunas and what they want, right? Because if you just don't understand that well enough, you just jump into a niche because somebody said that they sold, 100, 200,000 a month in sales of a product, then you're probably going to fail just because you don't really know the target market very well, and you don't know the products very well, or the brands and how they work, and the problems they solve and whatnot. So keep that in mind. All right, the next one is an interesting one, but this niche came out and got really popular pre-pandemic, probably 2016, 2017, due to a competition that was put on by a company called Dropship Lifestyle, which is what I learned a lot from as well. And the winners of that competition did a store in the golf simulator niche. And then all of a sudden, everybody knew about it, and everybody started doing golf simulator stores. And now golf simulators are, very, very popular. And, of course, in the winter season, they're, more popular as people go out in the summer. But golf simulators are very profitable. There's a few key brands, and nowadays it's kind of difficult to get on board with those brands because they don't want to sign up 50 million dealers. So just keep that in mind. That's a tough one now, even though it's popular and it's profitable, it's very competitive, and so it's hard to get into. Next one is kind of interesting, and it's because a lot of people, for some reason, they just gravitate towards it. They think, oh, they're really expensive, they must be so profitable and easy to do. And it's not, and it's called massage chairs. Massage chairs are these huge products, and they're, you see them in the malls all the time, or lots of different like mall kind of stores. And they're like $5,000, $10,000 products, sometimes 2 or 3, but they're very profitable. Sure, you can get like 30% margins on them and all that, but they're very complex products, and they're huge, and they require, white glove delivery and stuff like that. And if there's a return issue or someone's not satisfied, they need to ship it back. It's very complex. It's very expensive. And also, there's a lot of issues with the suppliers now because there's so many people that came out, and so now the suppliers require upfront investment to sell them. Like, you got to give them $10,000 or something, and then that can go towards their first orders. But you've got to put some commitment out there that you're actually going to do something. They're not going to waste their time with you. So keep that in mind. Massage chairs are also pretty rough. The last one that nowadays is also pretty saturated and screwed to get into, although even it was very good back in the day, like I would say like 6-7 years ago, even during the pandemic, it was great, is solar kits and solar generators. Now, this niche was huge during the pandemic and, got even bigger. Some of the biggest brands out there are really almost well-known name brands at this point, EcoFlow and Blue Eddy and Jackery and whatnot. But the problem with the solar kit niche is that it got so oversaturated that the suppliers stopped signing up new dealers. The biggest best-selling suppliers won't even sign you up now until you can prove to them that you already have a bunch of revenue from other brands. So for beginners, it's very tough. And it just makes it, better overall for the dealers that are already there, but harder for new beginners. So just keep in mind, guys, like when you're looking at different niches for high-ticket dropshipping, saturation is not always the worst thing, but it does mean that it's going to be harder for you to do well as a beginner in that niche. And if you don't know everything there is to know about it, don't even try, because it's just not worth it, okay? I would rather see somebody who's an expert at like a really interesting product that has less demand or whatever and less suppliers, but like is a niche market and they know everything there is to know about it. I'd rather guide them towards setting up a store in that niche rather than somebody who doesn't know anything about this one. Just sign up for this store because, set up a store in the sauna niche or something just because it's popular, just because it sells really well. It doesn't make any sense, okay? So you have to be an expert to go into a niche. Don't try to just open up a random store with high ticket sales selling expensive products because it's high risk. Okay, a lot can go wrong with these products, and you have to be able to provide really good service and really good after-sales support. And if you don't, you're going to get screwed up financially. It's just the way it is. People are going to get pissed off. They're going to file disputes. Okay, so high ticket equals high reward, which also equals high risk. High reward and high risk. Okay, they go together. Guys, if you want a list of 1,000 different niche ideas, you can kind of do some research on your own and figure out which ones are more saturated, which ones are less saturated. I have it. Go to ecommerceparadise.com/niches. Click the link in the description below. You get that free niches list. Also, if you want help setting up your own e-commerce business with high-ticket dropshipping, I have tons of experience and I can help you. I can guide you to the right niche. I can guide you through business formation. Get the store set up. Get the suppliers recruited. Upload the products, do your marketing, do your optimization, do your ads, everything's done for you at ecommerceparadise.com/turnkey. Go check out our turnkey business in a box. For people that already have a store or they kind of haven't really gotten off the ground yet and they want help scaling it and growing it, go to ecommerceparadise.com/scaling and check out our scaling services. We do everything that's required to scale a store, and we, a la carte different services, and we also have bundled service packages like our full service scaling and management package, which includes consistent, supplier recruiting, product uploading, as well as inventory and price update management, which with high-ticket dropshipping isn't always able to be automated. We also, can provide email, customer service and customer support, as well as order processing and all that stuff. So go check that out, guys. ecommerceparadise.com/scaling. We're one of the only businesses out there that offers this kind of service. Most people don't because it's so complex. This business model is very complex. Also, if you don't want to hire us, but you want to hire your own VA, but you just don't have any experience and you're kind of scared to, I have a lot of experience with it. You can hire me to help you hire a VA for yourself and train them for your store and all the SOPs and processes that every store needs to do with high ticket dropshipping. Go check that out. It's at the scaling services page. We have basically a VA hiring and training service, but also do ad management, SEO, email marketing, all that stuff. So guys, if you guys need help, if you want to get started or get going, get scaling, hit me up, ecommerceparadise.com. Trevor at ecommerceparadise.com is my email. Don't choose an oversaturated niche, especially if you don't know anything about it. If you do know a lot about it, definitely choose it. Don't worry about it being oversaturated. You're an expert. You're going to do really well. If you don't know anything about it, please don't choose an oversaturated niche. It's going to be a wreck. It's going to be a mess. Also, guys, start a niche store, micro niche, like niche down as much as possible in the beginning. It's so much easier to get a store launched and scaled as a micro niche store selling one particular category, because there's usually at least 10 suppliers you get on board with, different brands and stuff, and there's enough demand usually. And one of these little micro niches, you don't need to start a whole big broad store. It's just going to be a huge mess. You're not going to have enough ad budget or marketing budget to run anything, and it's just going to fail and never get off the ground. So micro niche, choose something you're an expert at. It's kind of the key to success here. Best of luck, guys. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Take care.